Hand clap to the past, brothers and sisters. We are finally back. We finally made it to another reaction on this here Mystelics Reacts channel. Big up all the Mystelics family for definitely tuning into yet another vibrations. You didn't have to, but you did. And I appreciate you guys from that, straight from the heart. Right there. Big up all yourself one time for tuning into these here vibrations. And of course, the newcomers out there, big up all yourself as well for being a part of these here vibrations. Of course, definitely subscribe and turn on that post notification so you can get the latest vibrations when, of course, I upload and publish the videos. You'll be able to get that. You will be able to get that right there. So I definitely appreciate you guys as well. If you want to become part of the Mystelics family, definitely do so as well. Don't forget, brothers and sisters, to click the thumbs up button. Click the thumbs up button. I was gonna say click the thumbs up button, but click the thumbs up button. I would appreciate that. Click the like button to help push these videos further and further out there. Anyways, brothers and sisters, without further ado, let us get into the vibrations for the day. Of course, we have something really quite phenomenal right there, brothers and sisters. On the merit that we have the under 17 Dominican footballers getting prepared, brothers and sisters, and of course, this is them going into having a bit of a training session right there. I think the final match they'll have is coming up. That's what they're training for. And obviously, so far I've seen them doing wonderful things, brothers and sisters. I saw some video of them just beating everybody. So kudos to the guys. Big up to the trainees, the coaches, the trainees, the trainers, the coaches as well, and everybody who's making this possible. Even the water boy. Big up the water boy as well. Big up all the water boys and all the massive them, brothers and sisters. Of course, big up one time. Youth support for them guys. Youth support goes out to them right there. So hopefully they definitely declare these people. I think they're going to be playing Barbados. I'm not sure, 100% sure. I think it's Barbados they're going to be playing, or they're going to be playing somebody else in that regard. But I think it's Barbados they're going to be playing right there. So anyways, kudos to them. Who's that guy? Looks like he's Venezuelan or something. But then again, Dominica is multicultural, eh? Dominica is multicultural. Is that Dominicans as well? Wait a minute. Are these guys Dominicans? Dominicans all in green. Oh, so this must be some other folks. Wherever they're going to be playing, brothers and sisters, big up one time. I know you guys do your best. Do the best and God will do the rest. Right there. That's the saying that tends to be happening. Talking about doing your best, brothers and sisters. Team Hal is in the building once again. Team Hal. Let's see what Team Hal has to talk to us about today.
So you can imagine, see how they're pretty, huh? And you put barricade there. You check me, Team Hal? Huh?
Pretty up the place.
Okay. All you know now, when it have tourists, all you going and divert traffic. You check me, Team Hal?
Talk to us.
So now. Team Hal. Team Hal. Why is that, boy? You don't see that?
That I know what that is, brothers and sisters. I know what that is. That is a sinkhole. You know.
Why is that some kind of big hole?
That is a wormhole right there. That is them galaxy worm that they in the ground, brothers and sisters. That is them thing. There is a black hole. A black hole that there, brothers and sisters. Dominica have all kind of hole in it. When it comes up to the road, we have a sinkhole, a black hole, all kind of hole, brothers and sisters, in our roads. Right there. So what Team Hal pretty much is saying, they try to beautify the place to make it nice, like the tourists. Oh, nice roadway, wow. And then they diverting the traffic into a place that have hole, brothers and sisters. You think it's the Holy Grail that there? No, brothers and sisters. One hole, is it not a hole now? I don't know what it is, but let Team Hal continue.
Why is that, boy? You don't see that? Why is that some kind of big hole out there, boy? Watch out, Team Hal.
Yo, boy, can you imagine missing that gas? And you go down, glued up. Glued up in your gut, that hitting you, when you're in the vehicle. You have to go extra slow, not there.
Team Hal, boy.
Yo, talk to us. You don't have more. You don't have more, Team Hal. Well, I seen some pieces. That vehicle blocking that. So that's not in it. I mean, if all you're trying to divert the area, and you know you can divert the area because tourists coming in, well, fix the road now. Check out fixing the road. Didn't ROSEAU spend about $40 million? Melissa didn't spend about $40 million to fix ROSEAU road now. The Bayfront alone all you do? Okay. The $40 million finished now? Or the little thing all you do in front of the Bayfront that take $40 million? Boy. Oh, there's another one. There's another. Nah, man, there's the whole jump. The whole move from there, and and when the camera move, you know, like when you just pause. Yeah, so that is the same hole, brothers and sisters, just in a different location. Okay, it's just in a different location. That is all. Okay, so don't say nothing bad about the road.
You don't see that? Watch that.
I don't see it at all. It don't exist. My eyes closed, so it doesn't exist. It don't exist in because my eyes closed, brothers and sisters. I'm saying this right there, brothers and sisters, because it seems like that is how a lot of Dominicans operate. It's interesting that they might see it. Oh my goodness. It's one thing when you're not seeing it. It doesn't mean it doesn't exist because you don't see it. But it's another thing when you see it, and then what you see, you just not believe it exists. Like me, right now, I don't believe what I'm seeing right there exists. It doesn't exist. No, not at all.
I didn't see that boy.
No, it doesn't exist.
Watch that.
What is that? Polka dot now? Huh? Polka dot?
Oh, you don't see that?
And that is not it. That is a design. That is a painting. A painting on the road that there. Timal, a painting on the road that there, my boy.
Boy, Timal, watch that. Oh, you don't see.
That's a painting that there. They paint what looks or appears to be a hole on the road. That is what you call talent, brothers and sisters. When you painting a hole, you decide to draw a pothole on the road. That is what that there.
If we going on further, you know, it's more in the Timal. I only don't see them kind of big kind of hole there, boy. And all the divert the traffic, but the first place you have to fix is there. Where you're going to divert the traffic is the first place you have to fix.
That's true.
Check me, Timal, and then you fix the
Look at that. Look like maybe there's patches or holes. I don't know what are there, but you know it's a design. The Dominica roads have a new design, man, where they painting pothole on road, so it doesn't exist. It's a painting not there.
Real place now. You fix it after, boy. Shit, all you working back to front.
They would do what they hear. They do what they hear, brothers and sisters. Yes, man. But that's very interesting right there. And Timal is right. If you're trying to divert traffic, especially after spending $40 million on B-front, and you're trying to divert traffic to these areas, it'll make sense that you actually try to at least patch the road. You know, you cannot fix the road. The $40 million finish. You know, it finished. It finished back. All right. So what you can do is probably put some dirt, you know, sand or cement, you know, some cement. I heard that is a particular company that's trying to come down to Dominica, and for some reason or the other, the government preventing them from coming in. They're trying to revive the quarry system. Not true? Yes, no, maybe. All right. I guess we'll have to see how that goes. And maybe after that revive, they can probably come and put cement in this road, because the $40 million finish. It finished, brothers and sisters. Very interesting stuff, right? At least the footballers, them don't have to face this kind of things there. So kudos to the footballers yet again. All you going out there, do all the best. All you down the kind of road to face there at present. Thank God for that. I see all you come in the Costa the other day there. In the Costa, all you come, yes, in the Costa. Where I have that video then. I don't know where it go. Anyways, brothers and sisters. So fix the road for us, please. All right. Thank you very much. With that stated right there, let's move on, brothers and sisters. So this is one of the things that I have to talk about right there. Hold on, guys. Let me stop this thing because I don't know why this thing has a covering around it. There's right now. It disappeared right now. Now, brothers and sisters, I want you guys to okay, guys, we are finally back again. But I want to point out something very interesting right there in these vibes right there. And I want to relate it back to Dominica. It's very interesting when you look at it. So we see this picture, we'll read it in a moment, and then there's this thing right there. Obviously, there's a doctor who's talking about the USAID story, and of course, what USAID did for his community, which of course was about 10 years ago as a result of 10 years, when he was 10 years old, brothers and sisters, when Hurricane David completely destroyed the place. And of course, we can see that USAID did something wonderful right there. For those of you who are not, this is in Dominica, by the way. So USAID put the wall up, you know, to help save lives, which is a good thing right there. But I must bring you guys back to the whole situation, and I'm going to tie this whole thing into Dominica. As you can clearly read right there, brothers and sisters, this is a scenario being given. You own a store. You are the owner of the store, brothers and sisters. All right? You are the owner of the store. Your store gets robbed. Somebody come in and decide to be sacque volley. They volley, thief. There is an export in T3, brothers and sisters. Voleism. All right. So you own a store and somebody come and rob your store. You working hard for your money. You do bullying hard. You know how this song going, brothers and sisters. Whatever. Your store gets robbed from a Sakwe Tony. Okay? Now, Elon looks, let's call it individual, the person who saw the robbery take place. Okay? Elon looks at the police. Okay, let's see. The police looks at the video footage of the robbery that taking place. Huh? Maybe somewhere, somehow, you're not able to look at the video. You lose your eyes are cataract. You can't see properly, brothers and sisters. And as a result, you were not able to look at the footage. Okay? Or let's say the person decide they're going to erase. The robber go inside and erase the footage. And you as the expert, you are able to retrieve what was deleted from that video. Okay, let's put it that way. Great. So you see what happened on the footage after the footage got deleted. And you decide to tell the owner who volley your stuff in your store. So instead of you giving kudos to the police for finding, or the expert for finding that footage and thing, you decide, you know what? You decide you want to arrest the police or the person who was able to recover that footage. You decide you want to arrest that person instead. Not the person that volley your thing. No. You want to arrest the person that find out who that volley your thing. Make that make sense to me, brothers and sisters. And obviously, we're talking about USAID, and USAID has done a wonderful job. Elon Musk has been exposing what is taking place in the United States. Especially when it comes down to highway corruption. And a number of people don't seem to do this. I listened to Al Jazeera when they were talking about that same sentiment with USAID. I listened to South Africa doing the same thing. And it's like people are just trying to prop up on some sort of racism thing that is taking place. No. You have found out who has been volleying in your store. You want the volleyism to stop, or the person to be brought to justice. Instead, you decide to go after the one that has found out who that thiefing in your store. Very interesting stuff, brothers and sisters. Though USAID has done a wonderful job, number of things. They have done great doing a number of things across the world right there. But they are also riddled with a lot of volley inside there, brothers and sisters. As a result of that, Donald Trump then has decided to stop USAID and what USAID has been doing due to the massive corruption. And so far, from my understanding, it has been up to about $2 trillion, making scary corruption look like a joke, brothers and sisters. This is why USAID, they are stopping USAID so that they can revamp it. That's what is happening right there. The reason why I'm bringing this up, brothers and sisters, because the same sentiment can be seen with Lennox Linton. When Lennox Linton had exposed that there are monies outside, they're not coming to Dominica, and the selling of passports and the amount of money has been sold, the math is not mathing when it comes down to Dominican passports. The math isn't mathing. Lennox Linton was one of the individuals who exposed what took place in Dominica. And people were still fighting Lennox Linton for that same thing. This is why I often ask myself, is something wrong? Sorry about that. Is something wrong with humanity? Where the people who go out there and find information about certain corrupt practices that is unseen by the public, and they bring it out to the public, thus not all of the public, but the mainstream media and some of the public, then come to say, hey, no, we need to make that person stop. We need to go after that person and tell them stop doing what they're doing because they are the ones who are corrupt. They exposing the corrupt individuals, but instead people see this. No, they're going after the people who are exposing the corrupt people. It's very interesting, and it's very, very interesting how this world is turned. It's very, very interesting. I find that mind-boggling, brothers and sisters, when it comes down to that sentiment right there. Exposing the corrupt individuals. And people will still go back and vote for the very corrupt leaders, wondering why their healthcare is not good, why their roads are not better, why they are doing things for foreigners and not for the local people. Brothers and sisters, we know a set of road going to patch before Carnival. We know. We're not going to patch, brothers and sisters, right there. It's just very sad what is taking place in Dominica or the rest of the world by extension. It's very sad because the truth is being revealed. And it's very interesting at that thought process, that thought came to mind. It's like, you know, God showing you, okay, look, this is what wicked people are doing to you. Look at what they're doing. And instead you listen and say, hey, we found out your wicked, dirty behaviors. You decide, no, you're going after the people and exposing it. I say one day, maybe God might just take away that because it seems like you cannot satisfy human beings. And I understand the playing field where there's a psychology aspect to it where you believe that everybody's against a certain person. So yourself joining that bandwagon because everybody against that person because you think, oh, well, if everybody's against that person must be wrong. If everybody's against that person must be wrong. I've seen people posting stuff. I ask them questions about it. They don't even know why they're posting these things. And I wonder into myself, but all you don't ask all yourself a question. All you don't ask all yourself a question. Maybe this, that, nothing. Or you just swallow in the rubbish that is spewed without no evidential facts whatsoever. And it's not just facts, you know, brothers and sisters. Because when you look at what is taking place in the United States and the explosion of highway corruption, when you look at it, they're exposing the corruption. You've seen the corruption in front of your face and people turning against. This is why you have sentiments like this right there. Talking about the good that US aid has done as if they're stopping US aid because of the good that it has done and not on the basis of the massive corruption. $2 to $3 trillion in corrupt practices, brothers and sisters. I think we need an Elon Musk in Dominica, brothers and sisters. We need an Elon Musk in Dominica, for sure. Because Dominica, to find all the monies that gone missing, that is, boy, I tell you, what is wrong with the world, bro? What is wrong with the world? It's like people fighting the very people that are trying to help them. First time, I noticed that in Dominica and I noticed it in the United States as well. They're fighting the very people trying to help them, boy. What is wrong with all you, boy? What is wrong with humanity? I don't know. I just found it very strange. I seen people posting all kind of stuff and as if, you know, look at both sides now, brothers. Look at both sides. You look at Labour. I always tell people we're talking about Labour Party and the UWP Party and I was kind of listen to both sides. See what they're saying. See if it makes sense to reality. This is why I know the Labour Party has been destroying Dominica for non-decade, even though they come and tell people nice things. This is why I tend to present evidence of where the rest of the world is, including that of the Caribbean, where the rest of the Caribbean is, and compare it to that of Dominica. And see how far Dominica has fallen. Dominica is last Kakarot. It wasn't last Kakarot 20 years ago, you know. No. It is last Kakarot today. But for some reason or the other, the people still refuse. Bruh. And the same people who have exposed this corruption that has taken place in Dominica, they are bringing them to court to try to put a charge on them, that of which they did not commit. But the evidence proves that Skerrit was involved in incitement. He himself was involved in incitement. When he told the people to throw hot, what he said in Creole, he said to throw hot water on the people when they come to your doorstep. That is inciting violence, telling your people to do violence on people. Anyways, brothers and sisters, hopefully you guys understand the point I've been making right there. Let us move on to another part of these here vibrations. Obviously, this individual has wrote something very interesting right there. If all those private companies have the abilities and facilities to conduct certain medical tests, if the smaller people out there with medical facilities and clinics or whatever are able to conduct certain tests, medical tests, why isn't it, or why doesn't the state of art Dominica China Friendship Hospital have it? That is so crazy, this individual is saying right there. 90% of tests you need to do, they're giving you a paper to do it privately or overseas. 90% of Yet still scary them will come and tell you that they have the best hospital in the Caribbean. And you don't think that what they're doing is intentional. The very best hospital that they don't ever use, by the way. They do not ever use. The Mr. Speaker of the House will use it because he don't have a choice. When he's sick, they don't fly him out. He using the same hospital that he traded his own soul for. Brothers and sisters, trade it away right there. Anyways, brothers and sisters, I don't want to stay too long in that vibes. Let's move on right there. Everything ties into each other. Very interesting stuff. Everything ties into each other. There's somebody who made a post and, of course, sent this out right there. I want you guys to take a listen to it as well. Let's continue.
We'll get real now. We have our passport, we have our driver's license, we have our social security card. That covers everything. What you talking about national ID card for? What violin is all you trying to play there? We want voters ID card. That's the next card we need. Because our passport and our driver's license and our social security covering everything.
Facts. We don't need national ID card. We already have national ID cards, brothers and sisters. We need voter ID cards specifically for what? Voting. Obviously, that voting card could be able to use for other things as a form of state ID, So it can be used for other things as well. We don't need national ID card. We need specifically voter ID cards when it comes on for electoral reform. That of which they don't want to do so they can have a winning legacy yet again, brothers and sisters.
Already. We want voters ID card and the list to clean and the dead people to come out Blackmore. All you too wicked Blackmore. Or you can think or you can fool everybody Blackmore.
Well, they're trying their best. And it's not just trying to fool the people. They want to make sure as much people do not fight that system that they're trying to have right there. That's what is happening. They know that everybody would disagree, but they want to get as much people on their side so they can say, hey, no, we don't want voter ID cards. No, we don't want things. The people themselves talking against their own self on having free and fair election, brothers and sisters. That is the state that this world is in. I made a statement on WhatsApp the other day, brothers and sisters, on the merit that when the great book speaks about the number of things that happen, you're checking, how can this happen? People will never make these things happen. Today, I seen it for myself. How people seemingly working against themselves, willfully working against themselves. That is something else. That is truly something else right there.
One set all the willful is those all looking the rum and the CO.
Yep.
Blackmore, stay away from the election thing, eh? Let the people that have right to deal with the vote, with the cleaning of the list, do their work. On you and your...
But it's the people, eh? It's not them, it's the people that should say, no, we want voter ID cards for elections. We need voter ID cards. We need the cleansing of the list, complete cleansing of the list. And I agree with Kara. I think Kara made a good statement on that merit. I've stated this before. I actually saw a video of her talking about the overseas constituency or the two constituencies. Rosie spoke about it. I spoke about it. I thought about one, but it makes more sense if you have two because it cannot be even. You need to have a government official, a real government official that will but will come out, emerge as winner. Right there. So you cannot have it even. So if it's a 10-10, that would make sense. You need to have 11-10, you know? So two additional overseas constituencies in Dominica representing and what have you, brothers and sisters, who can get help and this kind of things, their scholarship, blah, blah, all the things that can happen right there. More seem like it's overseas that contributing to Dominica, which of course, if you want to vote, that is a good thing right there. So I think the overseas contributors will have their own constituencies. I think that is good. And on the merit of actually trying to sorry about that, guys. My thing just messed up right there yet again, man. That's crazy. Anyways, okay, we're back. All right, guys. Sorry about that. But anyways, yes, guys. So the overseas constituencies clearing out the voters list. We need voter ID cards with biometrics and all those kind of things there. Radio stations must be different opposition must be allowed on the state-owned media. If they have the money to pay, hey, pay your money. And if that doesn't happen, there should be consequences right there. I think that's my points right there that I agree with on the merit. Or if we don't get the overseas constituencies, they should just not come and vote. You go overseas and participate in better economies, and then you come into vote to keep the people down so that they do not elevate better than you. With the potential Dominica has the potential to be number 1 in the Caribbean. And that is largely due to its what? Agriculture. That of which they are taking for a big joke. Anyways, let's continue.
Government, stay away from it.
Stay black one. Come on, go at your mother, homeboy. Where baby Sarah? That's what we need. You come in and talk. Where is baby Sarah?
And that is what we want, and that is when election is going to call. When we get that clean.
Yep.
Alternative voters ID don't clean with no election. And remember that behind all your head. If you can remember it in front, remember it behind all your head. Stay away from the voters ID. Let us get our voters ID, Blackmore, and your government, your highness set of government you have there. Or you have enough, or you don't greedy eat enough, or you still greedy for more.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
That is the thing about greed. It doesn't seem to want to stop. You think all these people have all these monies overseas doing all sorts of things, whether it's making interest or whatever. You put $1 billion and making interest, brothers and sisters. That is plenty money right there. Give the people back their money. Give the people back their monies. Give the people what is truly due to them. I mean, Dominicans, you have to wake up now. We have to wake up like the United States. Wake up, boy. So that all the corruptions can be revealed. And the people can start moving forward. Unless that happens, Dominica will never go anywhere. Doesn't matter how much hope you have as a Labourite. Or those who feel, hey, I don't want to vote. They don't vote in still. Dominica will never elevate. And you will get old and grey. Just wasting your life in poor Dominica. What the government of Dominica and the people by extension has done. The blame has to go on the government, true, because the government is destroying the economy, thus making people believe that they have to come to them for their survival. But it is the very people that have allowed the government to stay rooted in the ground for too long. And as a result of that, they were able to do all the corruption, thus turning the masters into slaves and the servants into masters. Very interesting. I said masters into slaves for a reason. Because when they put all sorts of fees on you and you don't cry, you just stay there and say, okay, you'll pay it. And you don't have the money to pay it. Boy, you must be a slave. You must be a slave in that regard, brothers and sisters. Anyways, what are your thoughts, man? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below, brothers and sisters. These are just my thoughts. What are yours, brothers and sisters? Don't forget, if you understand this video, give this video a thumbs up. And of course, if you have not done so, subscribe and turn on that post notifications so you can get the latest vibrations when they do tend to come through. Right, it's about Mystelics once again. Be real, solid, the king always. Be positive.